Area 6 in Vance County. No traffic, and I will be out.
Net control. Please check in AD4XR, Alpha Delta 4 X-Ray Romeo. Alpha Delta 4 X-Ray Romeo. Don, Area 7, Wake County. No traffic tonight, Doug. Please check me out after formal.
N3LTD. Here is K4Z. R4 Zulu Victor King. Kilo 4 Zulu Victor Kilo. Walt in Wake County, Area 7, no traffic. Be in Salt Lake. Over.
Net control, please check in Kilo Oscar 4 Zulu Yankee Papa. Doug in Brunswick County, Area 5, no traffic, out after formal.
N3 LPD. Please check in Kilo Golf 4 Zulu November Zulu. Kilo Golf 4 Zulu November Zulu. George in Alamance County, Area 8.
Okay, very good. Let me recognize the following 5 stations. The first one I heard is Kilo Romeo 4, Whiskey Uniform, and that's Jim up in Vance County, Area 6. No traffic and out after formal. Great signal tonight as usual, Jim. Next up, I've got Alpha Delta 4 X-Ray Romeo, and that's Don right next door to me here in Wake County, Area 7. Also, no traffic out after formal, and you are also with a great signal here. And next up, I've got Kilo 4 Zulu Victor Kilo, and that's Walt, also in Wake County, Area 7. No traffic, but staying in. Thank you for that, Walt, and we'll be back to you here shortly. And the next station is Kilo Oscar 4 Zulu Yankee Papa, and that's Doug in Brunswick County, Area 5. No traffic and out after formal. And the last station I heard was Kilo Golf 4 Zulu November Zulu, and that's George in Alamance County, also with no traffic and out after formal. Are there any additional stations or corrections with suffixes beginning with uniform through Zulu? Please call now. Okay, I'm going to ask a favor from 2 of our folks to do an all-call, and the first one I'm going to call on is Ben, Kilo Mike 4 Charlie. If you could do an all-call, I would appreciate it. This is N3LTV. Over to you. Kilo Mike 4 Charlie, are you there? Okay, nothing heard. How about W4DLO? Danny, are you there? Could you do an all-call?
Yeah, sure will, Doug. Be glad to. This is Whiskey 4 Delta Lima Oscar with the Tar Heel Emergency Net, alternate net control, giving an all-call. Any station, any call sign, anywhere would like to check in, please call W4DLO or net control. Over.
W4DLO and N3LTV. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Name is Nate, Mecklenburg County, Area 13. No traffic, and I will stick around.
Okay, Doug, did you copy him direct?
Yes, sir, I sure did. Thank you very much for getting him there, Danny.
Okay. Anybody else would like to check in? Excuse me, I recognize W4NDK Nate down there in Mecklenburg County, Area 13. Appreciate you stopping by, Nate. Anybody else would like to check into the Tar Heel Emergency Net? Any call sign, inside or any excuse me, inside or outside the state of North Carolina, please call W4DLO or net control. Okay, Doug, don't hear anything else. Back to you, W4DLO.
Okay, very good, Danny. Appreciate it very much. Okay, let's try Ed, W4EDW. Could you do an all-call from the eastern side there? Over. Whiskey 4, Echo Delta Whiskey. Okay, how about Kilo 4, Oscar November Charlie. Bruce, could you make an all-call?
Affirmative, Doug. This is Kilo 4, Oscar November Charlie for the Tar Heel Emergency Net. Anyone wishing to check into the net, inside or outside the state of North Carolina, please call Net Control or N3LTV at this time. N3LTV, K4ONC, nothing heard.
Okay, Bruce, thank you much. I think we got the state and everywhere pretty well covered. Thanks again for everybody that checked into the net, and if you would like to be excused, you may secure your stations at this time. I do not have any announcements other than that Marv was not able to check into the net tonight. He had a problem with his antenna getting blown down, and with below 22 degrees and not able to get his antenna up, he decided to ask for an alternate. So that's why I called the net again tonight. So thanks again for everybody. We look forward to your participation tomorrow night. And with that, I'm going to open up the net to informal comments. And the first one I heard with a comment was K4ZVK. Walt, the floor is yours.
Hope you can copy somebody tuning up. N3LTV, this is K4ZVK. Thanks for calling the net, Doug. Great job. Everything's okay here. Normal day, cleaning up. Working VX station this morning. Bosnia this morning on my in-bed wire. On 10 meters. I had never tried it on 10 meters, and seems like it got out. So, anyway, that was good. That was good day. So, N3LTV, K4ZVK clear.
Hey, good deal, Walt. Was that voice or was that CW?
That was voice. That was 10 meters sideband.
All right, way to go. All right, well, keep it up there. Sounds good. All right, well, thanks for checking in. And with that, I'll turn it over next to Nate, W4NDK. This is N3LTV.
Thank you, N3LTV. And hello to Walt. I am doing a live stream now again, so most of you guys can hear your audio. I joined the net a little late. Sorry about that. You're doing a great job, N3LTV. And spent most of the day today working and enjoyed it. And I'm glad that some of the salt's gotten washed off the roads down here. We need a little more rain to get the rest of it off. Great net, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks for having me in. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, clear.
Hey, Nate, thanks again for checking in. I appreciate it. Thanks for the recording you did the other night. And I don't know if you heard Mike check in the other night, but that was pretty cool to hear him. It's been, oh, man, I can't remember when the last time I heard him check into the net. But I could barely hear him, but it was good to hear his voice again. So that was cool. All right, so let's try one more time. Any additional stations anywhere, inside or outside the state of North Carolina, for the Tar Heel Emergency Net, please call N3LTV or Net Control. Okay, nothing heard. Again, I want to thank all stations for checking into the net tonight. We do look forward to your regular participation each and every night at 7:30 p.m. as you're able to do so. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and close the Tar Heel net and return this frequency to normal amateur use. Everybody be safe. Take care. And 73. This is N3LTV out.
N3LPD. This is KG4ZNZ.
George, I'm sorry. Did you want to make a comment and I missed you?
No. I just have a question about protocol. As you know, I sometimes rotate counties. And I didn't know if the county is geography or like the Oxcom Society you're attached to.
You know, I don't know the right answer to that. I keep track of where people log in from. I didn't know you could actually get registered in a county other than where you lived, so I'm not sure how to answer that. I could say just pick one, and unless you're portable, stick with that one. Actually, Trapp might be the one to ask, because I think he's registered in a different county than where he lives in. And I'm not sure exactly how he does it. Does anybody else on the net that's listening have an answer? N3 LTV, over. Yeah, George, I'm not sure how to answer that. Yeah, you're in Alamance, isn't that where Dwayne lives?
That is correct. And I can check with him on this. I just was doing this and going, okay, I don't quite know what the protocol is. So I'll check with him. N3 LPD, this is KG4ZNZ. Thank you, out.
Yeah, no problem. Yep, I don't know the answer. Either one, just stick with it, I guess. I do log people by whatever county they say they're in, and that's pretty much how I make sure I get the right person there. So thanks again for asking, though. I appreciate it. Once again, this is N3 LTD, returning this frequency to normal amateur use. Oh, out.
What?
Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Is the frequency in use? This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo on 7191.5 CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ.
Whiskey Tango 1 Bravo.
Whiskey Tango 1 Bravo.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Frank. We're located in Florida. Go ahead.
Sorry, we have some QRM there. Let me see if this frequency is in use. Hello, Frank. You're about 52 there. What is my report, please?
Let me hear you again. You sound pretty strong. Go ahead.
Just 1 second there, Frank. Let me see. There's some QRM.
Yeah, you're running S9, though. You're coming in right over the top of it, so I think it's just below us. So I'm only hitting you about a 252, Roger.
Well, thank you for the S9, Frank. I appreciate the contact. Got you in the log. I'm going to go down there and just see if I got someone else's frequency who was there first. Find a new frequency potentially, but nice to meet you.
Okay, Roger. I just got to check the audio. Is my audio okay? Just got a new flex set up today.
Yeah, your audio's pretty good. It's the band's really noisy. I'm not really making out everything you're saying, but the QRM's interfering really. If it weren't for the QRM, I'd hear you much better. Over.
Okay, Roger. Okay, we'll let you go. 73.
Okay, 73.
N3HKX.
N3HKS, W4NDK.
W4NDK? Was that you were calling to?
Yes, sir.
Now I got you. Maybe you matched up with me. I'm 191-110, over.
Okay, 191-110. I got you. I was in a QSO with another guy that came back to me on 191-500, but I got you at 191-110, and you are 5557. Let me give you 57 here.
Yeah, you're cutting through the lead, over. Yeah, I didn't catch your call. Call your name or where you're at.
North Carolina, Nate.
Sitting the dial here, looking once around. I wanted to call CQ. You were calling CQ, so I tried matching up with you for a little few. So, again, Dennis here, 50 miles north of Philadelphia, and I got my pen in my hand to write your info down, over.
Okay, Dennis, nice to meet you. And I didn't get your call sign. I'll give you mine if you give me yours.
Okay, mine's November 3, Hotel Kilo X-Ray.
Okay, Dennis, nice to meet you. Mine is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo.
Whiskey 4, Delta, November, Kilo. And your first name?
My name is Nathan, and my call sign, correction on the call sign, Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo.
Yeah, that's easy to mix up. Okay, W4, NDK, N3HKX. Nathan, I gotta finish writing that out, because I only wrote NA down. I'm 50 miles north of Philly. Where are you?
I am Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm live streaming on YouTube, and it's a pleasure to talk to you. What's your weather like tonight?
Tonight the cold front's here. We were up to about 36 today. We're supposed to pick up some winds, and we should be dropping down into the upper 20s. You should see some of that colder weather, too, tomorrow, over, or tonight, over.
Okay, Roger. I think it is going to get colder. It's 43 degrees right now, according to my watch, but Microsoft says it is 38 degrees here, so it is dropping. Excellent. What are you running there, Dennis? What's your transceiver and your antenna?
The antenna, homemade 40-meter dipole, made it about 40 years ago. Half-wave dipole. It's on the bottom of an Antron 99. That's up on a 10-foot pole on top of 25-foot old TV tower. And then the Antron's on top of that pole, and right below the Antron, I got a strap there, and the dipole's facing north and south, so I'm catching you off the end, the southern end, pointing right at you, over.
Yep, Roger. And I'm talking to you off the off the end, a little bit at a 40-degree angle off the end of or 30-degree angle off the end of the doublet antenna. It's 40-meter doublet. The doublet is facing southwest and northeast. Over.
Yeah, that works. You're pointing in a better direction than me. What the heck was I going to tell you? The rig. the rig. Go to FTDX 101D. Just took it out of the box 2 months ago, and I'm having fun learning it all. And there's about another 400 things I got to figure out. Maybe it would help if I read the book, over.
Yeah, that's what my Elmer told me when I first got the FTDX-10. It's a great radio, wonderful radio. Oh, Roger. Well, Dennis, I got you in the log. Excellent signal, nice audio, and pleasure to meet you here.
Okay, Nathan. Well, send some of that warm weather back up this way. You guys with the warm weather. So I guess you're fighting against nature. It's all pushing down. At least you won't get that cold down there, I hope. And my wife just came in. We're having a late supper. I already ate my salad. And I'm going to go up and join her. And just thought 10 was pretty dead tonight for the last 2 days. So I thought I'd bounce down here to my other real antenna for the 40 meter band. I'm not trying to use an antenna tuner. 73's Nathan. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo in Charlotte, N3HKX, Dennis in Allentown, PA. Bye-bye.
Well, nice to meet you, Dennis. November 3 HKX, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, Nate in Charlotte. Pleasure to make the southerly to northerly contact there. You sound great. And if you want to hear your audio, it's on YouTube at Go Amateur Radio. 73.
Is it called Echo Amateur Radio?
Golf Oscar Amateur Radio. Go Amateur Radio. Roger?
Yeah, how do I find it once I get it up on the...
Okay, Roger. Thank you, Dennis. Nice to meet you.
Okay, I'll figure it out. Thank you.
And by the way, you came way up when I went over to my W5GI antenna. CQ, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ, and standing by. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, and 7191.5, CQ. It's 7191 now. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, calling CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ.
Kilo, Juliet 5, Golf Victor, Quebec.
Hey, Richard, good to hear you again there. How are things in Oklahoma?
Oh, it's kind of cool, but it ain't too bad. I think we got some crazy weather coming. We'll just see how it goes there. How about out your way?
38 degrees right now. I'm not sure what the weather's going to be later on tonight and tomorrow. I'm not using the iPhone for the weather, so it kind of leaves me. Let me look at my watch. It'll tell me. But not too bad. What's the crazy weather coming your way? Over?
I think they're talking about we're going to get some more Arctic blasts there, polar vortex, whatever you want to call it, come around the weekend or so. I ain't looked at it too close because I think it's still a little ways out. Over.
Yep, Roger. It's going to be 28 degrees this morning at tomorrow at 6 a.m., so it is going to cool off quite a bit. It's about 41 right now. So I guess we're going to get some of that here. I'm not sure what it looks like for the rest of the week. We'll see if it'll tell me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at the Apple Watch. Well, excellent. You're sounding good. You're on your fan dipole again, I assume, the FT710. Anything new there going on?
Nothing really new. Playing around with I got that N1 ET program for doing electronic QSO cards. Just kind of sent out a batch of them a while ago, started playing with it, got it yesterday. I tell you, I'm kind of excited about it. I think it's going to be a real nice trick there.
Yeah, what's that program called again?
It's I think he's calling it QSO Creator, I think is what it's called. But I guess he come up with the program. It's November 1 Echo Tango. You can tie it to your. You can create a card. When you buy the program, you get a lifetime key, and he'll create you one. I just had to settle on a picture. And then you set it all up, and you can drop an ADIF file in, or it'll connect to some loggers, and it'll pre-populate all your cards, put all your info on it, and you can click send and send a batch of cards out, email them out, over.
Okay, very nice. That must be what people do when they send me those e-cards, those EQSL cards. That's pretty cool. Well, look forward to seeing those kind of things that you're going to create, and good luck with that N1 ET program. Sounds cool. Well, nice to hear you again, Richard. I appreciate you coming in. I guess you saw the live stream. Pleasure to meet you on the bands again here. You're 5'9" tonight.
Roger that. Man, Ben, I'm kind of struggling hearing you. I think I'm about 5'7", 57, over.
Okay, what do I sound like now? Is that better or worse?
No, I couldn't really tell. I think it's all band. It's noisy on my end tonight, so it could be me, over.
No, it's the band. It's a noisy band tonight. Well, I appreciate the contact, Richard. 73 to you. Let's catch up again soon, okay?
Yeah, roger that, bud. 73 is good chatting with you. Catch you next time. KJ5 GBQ is cleared.
Yep, that's KJ5 GBQ. He's in Oklahoma. Sounding great tonight. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. 73, and I'll be clear with him. QRZ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. QRZ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. W4 NDK. CQ, CQ, CQ.
Kilo Quebec 4,
Kilo Quebec 4, please try that again.
Zulu X-ray Foxtrot.
Kilo Quebec 4, Zulu X-ray Foxtrot. Is that Lewis in Alabama? Okay, you sound pretty good. You're 5'4", 54 in North Carolina. Yeah, what was my report? Okay, I didn't get my report, Lewis, but thanks for coming in and saying hello. And thanks for the QSO. This is Whiskey 4 NDK.
Yeah, I was getting a lot of noise there for a minute. It was walking over everything.
Yes, what was my report, please?
You sounded good here, South Alabama.
Is it, what would it be on? Is it a 5'8", 5'7", 5'9"? Okay, thank you, Lewis. Nice to meet you in Alabama. This is Nate in North Carolina, 73. it's a very noisy van. 73, this is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. I'll be clear with Kilo Quebec 4 Zulu X-Ray Foxtrot. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. QRZ.
November 0 Romeo Oscar Yankee.
Oh, wow, Roy in Kansas. You're coming in 5-9 here. Great signal.
Yep, you got real good signal 5-9 into Kansas tonight.
QSL, are you on the Hermes light?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've got it into an amplifier, putting out, looks like 140 watts.
Roger, Roger. Well, it's working well. And are you on the 40-meter dipole?
Yep, that's the only thing I've got right now. I need to get up an 80, but I haven't figured out just exactly how I want to do it yet, so I'm stuck on 40.
QSL, well, it sounded great. Great audio. And I appreciate you finding me, Roy. What's the weather like there?
Well, we've got a lot of snow that hasn't melted. It's been real cold here for the last week, and the snow's sticking around, so it gets down into the low teens at night, and usually gets a little above freezing during the day.
Okay, roger that. We got 36 degrees right now. It's going to get down to 28 and down to 24 tomorrow, high of 38. Then Thursday and Friday, it warms back up into the upper 40s, lower 50s. And rain this weekend, over.
Boy, we could use some of that. It's really dry here in Kansas, so we've not had any decent rain for several years. So we're glad to see the snow, but it's just sticking around for an extra long time this time.
Yep, roger that. Well, hopefully you get some rain soon, and it warms up. Well, thanks for the contact, Roy. November 0 Romeo Oscar Yankee. Sound great on that Hermes light. I thought about getting one of those too. Thanks for coming in, and if you want to hear your audio, it's on my live stream on Go Amateur Radio. Over.
All right, I'll have to go check that out. Yeah, I've got pure signal enabled on the Hermes. It's only coming out of the Hermes. I'm not monitoring after the amplifier yet. I haven't got that working, but at least coming out of the Hermes, it's supposedly pretty decent, pretty clear, harmonic free, I guess. Okay, well, we'll let you go. Good luck. 73, N0ROY.
Yeah, N0ROY, W4NDK. Pleasure to hear you again. That's Roy. He's in Kansas with the Hermes Light, 273. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. QRZ. CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. I'm going to take one more, then I'm going to do some radio maintenance on the pass through the window here. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, calling CQ on 7191. CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. W4NDK clear. 73. I'm going to turn the frequency back over to normal amateur use. Thanks for joining.